All right, so we are live here on this Thursday evening for the LILJ Boys High School Winter League. And game number 1 on the evening, it is the Friars of St. Anthony's, primarily 2025s, along with a few 24s, taking on Ruston Gold. So we are just underway here. First possession of the game is with Ruston Gold. I am Ellis Joshua on the mic, flying solo this evening. As Ruston Gold with possession with Roy Testa as he gets that one to Sam Bruno. Bruno, the bouncing shot, and that's a save for St. Anthony's by Sean Ford. So Sean Ford making the game's first save of the evening here, and now St. Anthony's with their first offensive possession of the game. It's Gary Merrill. Works that one back up top. And that shot there by Luke Aschheim is saved by Michael Giannotti. So a couple saves to get this game started. One by Ford and one by Giannotti. And possession now back to Ruston Gold. That's the Pole, Luca Binsel. Going to give that one up and look to get it back. Now they work it back up top with Sam Bruno. So for both teams, this is game number 2 for them, as they were both here this past Sunday with with St. Anthony's beating Massapequa in that first game, starting off 1-0. And Ruston Gold looking for their first win after a 9-2 loss to Half Hollow Hills. As Roy Testa with the shot, and that's going to be another save for Sean Ford. And now Gary Merrill coming down and getting the sniper to put the Friars on the board first. So the save by Ford leads to the Friars getting out in transition. And Gary Merrill, the UNC commit, strikes first for St. Anthony's as we go back to the face-off X. And possession here is going to go back to the Friars after the push. So a 1-0 lead and possession for St. Anthony's. Oh, and looking for the BTB there was Quinn Langton. That shot, though, off the mark, but possession stays with the Friars, as that's Luke Breslin working behind the cage. Looking inside there, but no one home for St. Anthony's, and the GB goes to Matt Golia, followed by Luca Binsel on the GB, and possession now back to Ruston Gold. So Pace gets that one to Kevin Burns. Burns working from up top with the short stick matchup. He's going to dish that down to Testa. The defense there by Parker McDonald on Roy Testa. And that shot is good for Ruston Gold to tie up this game. Nick Henry. So Nick Henry coming back to even this one at 1 apiece. So a nice job by Henry there, as he's able to come up with the equalizer, and we're back to the face-off X, and that GB goes to Henry. So another possession here for Ruston Gold as they look for their first lead. The handle and the goal. Rustin Gold coming back with two quick ones to take a 2-1 lead. So on that goal, it looked like Jack Catrone. It's like he's got a short stick. But St. Anthony's once again coming back quickly. And just like that, we got a 2-2 game. So Breslin answering back. So the goals coming relatively quickly and in a flurry. Here to start this one. As the ensuing face-off, this one is going to go out of bounds. And possession is going to Rustin Gold. So with a 2-2 game now in possession with Rustin Gold. Kevin Burns with the rock. Defense there by Michael Forrest as they work this one back up top, and now that's Sam Bruno. Defense there by Justice Durham on Bruno. Now it's in the stick of Alex Bauer. Ball down. Testa looking to come up with the GB, but the ball's once again on the ground. And who's going to come up with this ground ball? Binsel in the mix for Rustin Gold, but that GB goes to Gio Massaro. And the Friars take the lead on the finish by Quinn Langton. So St. Anthony's back in front 3-2. Quinn Langton with that goal. And St. Anthony's back in front as we go back to the face-off X. And this face-off goes to the Friars. So winning the face-off there was Dylan Smith. Now that's Parker McDonald with possession. As they work it up top now. Friars going to look to move this one around. As Gary Merrill with the rock. Matt Golia with the defense. Gary Merrill looking to get free. Going to work it out back up top. And that's Luke Aschheim. Aschheim works behind the cage. That's going to be ball down, and ultimately it's Quinn Langton with the GB and able to put that one through. So Quinn Langton feeling pretty good about the day that he's having here to start this one. As Langton's goal now gives the Friars a 4-2 lead. And the ensuing face-off goes to Rustin Gold. And that's Jack Catrone who came up with that GB. And Brady McKeon now, number 6, with the rock. Little interference there from our referee on that pass by McKeon. As they work it now back up top to Sam Bruno. Bruno, that shot is going to be saved by Sean Ford. And the quick outlet for the Friars. So he gets that one out quickly to Michael Forrest. But that one is going to trickle out of bounds, and possession now going back to Rustin Gold. So a fresh clock now for Rustin Gold as coming crashing into our camera, Quinn Langton. So possession back with Rustin Gold now as they trail in this one 4-2. Ball down. And that GB goes to the Friars. And the clear there by Joseph Lavery. So possession now back with St. Anthony's as they hold the 4-2 lead. Looking for more as we approach the 8-minute mark remaining here in this first half. Gary Merrill. Looks like he likes the matchup with the short stick. Send a bit of a double, so Merrill's going to work this behind the cage. The look and the goal. So Gio Massaro on that goal. The feed there from Luke Aschheim. And St. Anthony's extends to a 5-2 lead. So the ensuing face-off there, we're going to get a push on Rustin Gold, giving possession back to the Friars as they hold the 5-2 lead. So Luke Aschheim now with the rock, being guarded by Sam Bruno. Aschheim works that one to Merrill. Merrill now over to Forrest, and that shot is going to sail wide. The backup there by St. Anthony's. Luke Breslin there to back it up as approaching now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Looking there for Massaro. Ball's down. And this clock is getting late for the Friars as this ball is still on the ground. And it looks like that's going to be a shot clock violation. So possession going back to Rustin Gold. Looking to chip away at this 5-2 deficit. As Gennady going to look to clear. Low pass, but that one handled by McKeon. So a nice handle there to secure that possession for Rustin Gold. And Sam Bruno gives to Testa. Now they work it back to Bruno. Over to McKeon. And McKeon gets to his left. That shot is going to be saved there by Sean Ford. Ford getting a piece of that, so that'll give the reset to Rustin Gold on the shot clock. That shot goes wide, but Roy Testa right there to scoop it up. The pass, though, deflected by Parker McDonald, and he has the GB. And here comes Parker McDonald. So McDonald with the GB and the clear as he gives to Gary Merrill. That's Andrew Hodge-Andreas, the pull on Merrill as they work it up top to Gio Massaro. Massaro going to work it behind the cage. Ball down. And that one's going to be scooped up by Gennady. And Gennady gets to Matt Golia, looks to clear. Looking for Hodge-Andreas. Hodge-Andreas able to secure possession momentarily as a flag is down. So Rustin Gold is going to be up a man here momentarily. So the penalty on St. Anthony's looks like a hold was called. in the defensive end of Rustin Gold. So they are up a man here with a fresh clock to work with as they trail 5-2 as McKeon gets to Bruno, and Bruno to Testa, back to Bruno. And that's Testa. That shot looks like getting a piece of that one there with St. Anthony's. Possession though remains with Rustin Gold. Bruno to McKeon to Testa. Roy Testa gives to Nick Henry. And that shot there by Binsel is backed up there by Henry with about 15 seconds to work with on the shot clock here. That shot by Bruno sails over the cage, stays with Rustin Gold, but late clock, and it doesn't look like they're aware. Yeah, that's going to be a violation. So possession now going back to the Friars. Gary Merrill with the rock as he clears for St. Anthony's. And that's Luke Aschheim back to Merrill. Aschheim, that shot saved there by Gennady. So reset on the shot clock for St. Anthony's. And that shot right into the stick of Gennady. Easy money for him on that shot by Langton. And possession back to Rustin Gold. Kevin Burns gives to Nick Henry. Henry looking for Testa there. Just unable to handle that one cleanly though. And that one winds up in the stick of Sean Ford. But just a bit of a careless pass there, and an unforced error gives it back to Rustin Gold. So that's McKeon to Roy Testa. Oh, and just a high pass and another unforced error. This one by Rustin Gold, giving possession back to St. Anthony's. And we are approaching 1 minute remaining here in this first half. Looks like we're gonna get a new ball here. So a quick ball switch up. Seems like everyone's content now. It's Gary Merrill with the rock and about 30 seconds to work with as they go back to Aschheim. Aschheim on that shot goes wide. Luke Breslin behind the cage. Back to Gary Merrill. 30 seconds here in the first half. St. Anthony's leads 5-2. Ball is loose. Getting in the mix there was Jack Catrone. GB, though, secured by Langton to keep possession. Under 20 now. And that shot is good for Luke Aschheim. So Aschheim connecting once again. Gives the Friars a 6-2 lead. And that will take us to halftime. So the Friars up by 4. As we can see here on the replay, Quinn Langton to Luke Aschheim. But we'll take a quick break and come back shortly with the start of the second half. All right, back here for the second half of the Friar 25 team, taking on Ruston Gold. And the opening possession is secured by St. Anthony's. Dylan Smith coming up with the GB there. So the Friars with a 6-2 lead and the ball. That's Luke Breslin. Going to work that one around to Massaro. Now back to Gary Merrill. And that shot there off the mark, but looked like that one went off the pipe. So this will be a fresh clock to work with for St. Anthony's. Now that's Luke Aschheim. Aschheim, that shot is good. Luke Aschheim having a day. So St. Anthony's, as they look to pull away here, they have their largest lead of the game, up by 5, leading 7-2. And so back to the face-off X, where it'll be Sam Bruno against Dylan Smith. And it looks like that's going to be a hold on Smith, so possession awarded to Ruston Gold. As McKeon with possession. The defense there by Dylan Smith. They work it around. Now that's Roy Testa. Now it's back in the hands of Sam Bruno. Nick Henry works behind the cage. About 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock here for Ruston Gold. That shot goes wide. That one's going to stay with Ruston Gold with a late clock as we're approaching 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And that shot there by Kevin Burns is not going to be on cage. And possession is going to go back to St. Anthony's as Parker McDonald closest to it. So McDonald looks to clear as he gets to Michael Forrest. Forrest kicks to Merrill. So St. Anthony's, who's in control of this one with the 7-2 lead. Still plenty of time though, about 16 minutes remaining in the second half. As Lavery goes back to Merrill. Merrill going to his right, back to Lavery. Lavery, the lefty shot, and that's a save there by Gennady. Ball down. Who's going to come up with this GB? Ball is still on the ground. And a helmet is going to come flying off here. Helmet there coming off of Aschheim. Possession is going to St. Anthony's. And Langton, as he looks for another goal, gonna get a save there, but a flag is down. So the flag there on Matt Golia is gonna give St. Anthony's the man up. So another chance here for St. Anthony's to cash in. Friars moving it around, and they're going to score on the man up as Langton with the goal on the feed there from Merrill. So textbook execution there by St. Anthony's on the man up. And now that's going to be an 8-2 lead. And that ensuing faceoff goes to Dylan Smith. St. Anthony's looking to come back quickly, but that's saved there by Gennady on the shot there by Langton. So definitely a needed save there for Rustin Gold. As Gennady, he lost possession there. But that shot is not going to be counted there. It looks like we're going to get a hold. So the shot no good by Langton. Now it looks like a push in the back there, and possession remains with Rustin Gold. That ball down though. And the GB goes to St. Anthony's. So the GB there by Ford. And a new possession for the Friars. Gary Merrill, that shot. Gary Merrill coming in with heat. And St. Anthony's just continues to build on this lead, as they now lead 9-2 with about 12.5 minutes remaining. As we're now back at the face-off X. And this is a game where really the possession game just in command with St. Anthony's, and that's been a huge difference in this one. Getting more shot opportunities, more ground balls going their way, as we have a push on Rustin Gold. So another possession here going to the Friars. Luke Breslin, the look inside for Massaro. And there it is. Gio Massaro on that finish. So a really nice look inside there, as Breslin just able to find the open Gio Massaro for that finish. And the ensuing faceoff here once again goes to the Friars. Dylan Smith winning that one, and a flag comes flying out. So St. Anthony's in the driver's seat as they have possession and will be awarded the man-up opportunity momentarily. As Merrill gives behind the cage, they work it back up top. The shot by Massaro sails high. So the penalty on Rustin Gold is going to be a slash. So this will be a man-up penalty for 1 minute here for the Friars. So fresh clock to work with for the Friars. Behind the back pass, as that shot by Merrill goes off the pipe. Would have been a nice highlight play there, as Breslin goes behind the back on that feed. And that pass gets away, so a turnover there gives this back to Rustin Gold. So St. Anthony is unable to take advantage offensively with that man up. And now Nick Henry with the rock for Rustin Gold. Henry showcasing his speed. Running all around the field. Now carries behind the cage. Oh, and that one taken away by Parker McDonald. Oh, McDonald, looks like he took a bit of a shot there. Gets back up as he's all right. St. Anthony's with the ball. Merrill works to Langton. Langton working from X. Langton coming around and finishing that one down low. So Quinn Langton, once again, just having himself a game here this evening, as that's now an 11-2 lead for the Friars, approaching 8 minutes remaining in the second half. So far for St. Anthony's, in this almost 2 full games now for them, goals have not been hard to come by. As we got a goal here for Rustin Gold by Sam Bruno. So Bruno giving Rustin Gold their third on the evening. But back to that point about the Friars, as they put up 13 this past Sunday. Now coming back tonight with another 11 and still just over 7 minutes remaining. And this face-off is won by Sam Bruno. And now Nick Henry gonna work back up top to Bruno. Bruno being guarded there by Dylan Smith. Now he works it to Roy Testa behind the cage. Testa the feed, and that one is gonna sneak through for Kevin Burns. So that one just trickles by Sean Ford. And Kevin Burns with that goal on the assist there by Roy Testa. As we're back at the face-off X, and this time possession goes to Dylan Smith. Ball, though, back on the ground. And it looks like out of bounds there as Kevin Burns was looking to come up with the ground ball. And now that's Michael Forrest able to clear for the Friars. So just under 5.5 minutes remaining. Friars up 11-4. You can hear that Friars sideline saying 20 seconds on the shot clock. Langton the shot. That save there by Michael Giannotti. But on the turnover there, the shot is good for Luke Breslin. And that's one of those where just not giving up on the play, as Rustin Gold had the initial save, but just unable to execute that clear, and Breslin right there for that rebound and the goal. as Rustin Gold winning that face-off. That shot by Bruno. No dice. And this one will stay with Rustin Gold as they have 40 seconds on the clock. Oh, and how about that check there? What a play there as the turnover gives the ball back to the Friars. So that's Merrill now. Merrill with the short stick on him. As that shot there by Aschheim goes wide. Approaching 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock for St. Anthony's. Oh, and coming around and scoring that one is Luke Breslin. And this Friar team, of course, just so dangerous offensively with the amount of weapons that they have that can come at an opposition. So possession back to St. Anthony's after they winning that face-off. But that one is going to be a turnover. Jack Catrone coming up with that GB. But this one loose again. This one's still down, and now that's Parker McDonald. That's a heck of a ground ball there. Oh, and McDonald looking for a BTV pole goal there. Oh, and open there was Massaro. Just unable to handle that one. Would have had a great opportunity as this ball is down. And we're going to have a push on St. Anthony's. So this one goes back to Rustin Gold with about 1:40 remaining in the game. That shot there by McKeon off the mark. Testa there to back it up. And that's McKeon operating behind the cage. Oh, as two St. Anthony's players go down. McKeon gets to Bruno on the deflection there. Deflected there by Merrill, but this one will stay with Rustin Gold. As McKeon looking to take Aschheim. Works now to Roy Testa. Testa with the pole Forrest on him. As a late clock for Rustin Gold. Looking there for Nick Henry, but that's going to be a turnover as that ball is taken by Justice Durham. Approaching the final 30 seconds in this one. As St. Anthony's will move to 2-0 in pool play of the Winter League. So St. Anthony's looks like they'll just eat the clock here. Looks like the referees will just call this one a game, and that's going to do it. So St. Anthony's with a 13-4 win. Thanks for tuning in, and coming up shortly will be the start of the next game.